Good morning, guys. It's July 27th, 2020. Laurel checking in here from my smart car. I don't really have any major events or any major news to share, more so for the opposite reason that I'm checking in. I was kind of thinking about how things are unfolding. I've been doing the meditations consistently every day since May 11th, I believe. So I'm coming up shortly on 3 months straight doing the meditations, and the work is great. I mean, I feel really good. I feel my personality transforming. I feel my outlook on the future transforming, though I haven't really seen any major manifestations. I've had a few cool signs, but the things I'm working on particularly haven't manifested yet. At least not in like a shocking, cloud splitting kind of way. So I was thinking about that and wanted to be honest with you guys about that being one of the biggest fears as to why I didn't want to publish my first series of videos. So I actually started recording these videos back in August of 2019, and I would record them and I would leave them unpublished on YouTube because I wanted to wait until I had something really cool before I started doing these videos, because I knew I'd have something cool to show, some kind of manifestation, some kind of energy download. And when I did the meditation tutorial video, I mentioned that I had other videos, so I was kind of forced at that point to go ahead and release the other videos of logging my journey. So that forced me to release these videos, and I was afraid to do that because I didn't have anything special to show. I didn't have any manifestations per se. I didn't have anything remarkable or what I would consider post-worthy. What I would consider the sort of foundation of a vlog would be somebody that gets healed from something, somebody that manifests something incredible. I didn't have anything like that. So I was afraid to post these early, almost like when you're afraid to announce that you're on like a new diet or something. You don't want to announce it and then fail. So I was afraid of failure, I suppose. And I started thinking more about that, and it's actually perhaps more beautiful and more powerful that I'm posting these real time, so you can confront the twists and the turns with me as I manifest things, as I wait, as I debate, as I wonder if I'm doing it right, as I lie in expectation, as I try to maintain an elevated state of being when I'm not seeing anything, when I'm just kind of in the regular present reality that I experience. So that's definitely a challenge. And to kind of loop into that, I've been trying to manifest two things: abundance and worthiness. And abundance in the form of financial abundance that will let me be freed up to do more things that I wish to do and kind of recuperate and not be in survival mode all the time. And the other one is worthiness. And one of the ways I intend to manifest the worthiness is going to a workshop, so that I'm worthy of being able to attend one of these things, and I'm worthy to be able to advance this work for myself and my personal growth. So for the abundance piece, I don't worry about the details, how specifically it will come. I would just like certain things to manifest in my life that help me have financial mobility and a little more liberation. So I started meditating for abundance, and I expected that to come through my business. And I really had a big slowdown in May due to COVID. I had a big slowdown in June. June was my slowest month like ever in the history of my business. And July was very slow as well. And August might pick up a little bit. I'm getting a little bit of trickles coming in, but it's not what I thought. I thought when I did the meditations, my expectation was for the business gates just bust wide open. I have all this work and whoa boy, I'm doing great. That was my expectation, but it's not unfolding that way. It's kind of like a plot twist. I actually put close to $1,000 into a marketing campaign for my business that I thought would be fairly lucrative, and I haven't had like a peep, like nothing. And I look at that, and at first I wanted to question and ask myself, am I doing it wrong? Am I doing the meditations wrong? I've been getting up at 4 every day, holding the intention, holding the emotion, feeling great, and I feel my personality changing. And when I step back and I look at Dr. Dispenza's teachings and his students, I don't think so. And one of the things that Dr. Dispenza says is that if you can expect the outcome, it's a no. And he always says when you manifest something, it's going to come in a way you least suspect. It's going to come in a really cool and crazy way. And that precisely is how you know it came from the quantum. So if I meditate and I put out all these mailers, I did it because it was really slow and I felt the need to try. But if you're manifesting something and You want to manifest a new car and you go around town and you're test driving cars and you're like, that's the one I'm going to have. But you're forcing the outcome. So it's not really going to come that way. And I had to kind of step back and tell myself that it doesn't mean I'm going to quit trying. It doesn't mean I'm going to not take work that comes to me. Of course, I'm going to take it. But when I'm forcing the outcome that way, much like I did last September, trying to force the weight loss I was manifesting, and I failed at it, and it came a completely different way that I didn't expect. If I try to force the abundance through the funnel of my business, then I'm forcing the outcome. So it may come through my business by something amazing and lucrative, and it may not. And interestingly, what we're finding now is my husband's business is just really going gangbusters. Like, it has all kinds of work coming in, and he's making enough for both of us, and it's allowing me to sit and concentrate and do this work. So right now we do have abundance through my husband's work, not in the way that I expected. And it has actually carved open a space for me to really concentrate and to do this work. I think the challenge is that I continue to feel elevated motions of abundance. So I can't sit there and say, man, I haven't had any work come through, I'm lacking, or man, I put all this money in this marketing campaign and I don't have anything. I'm a victim, right? I cannot allow myself to do that. So part of the reason I'm recording this video is for accountability, that I need to hold elevated states of emotion and to just, be real with you guys. And maybe you're going through it too. Maybe you're trying to manifest something, and maybe you had an expectation and that expectation isn't being met, and that's okay. That's actually a good thing. So I'm just kind of waiting patiently. But it's interesting, I started reading Becoming Supernatural again. It's such a great book. And when I first started having these sort of feelings of maybe I'm doing it wrong and questioning myself and maybe I'm not holding high enough emotions, I came across this passage that was super duper helpful for me. So here it is. Love this book. I wanted to share a passage with you guys. If you want to follow along and you have the book, it's from page 50 and 51 of Becoming Supernatural. Okay? This was super helpful for me, and I think for anybody that is trying to do the work and it just kind of isn't manifesting how you expect, and maybe it's even showing chaos and a little bit of like uprooting in your life. So starting at page 50, Dr. Dispenza says, "People come to me all the time in workshops and tell me their computer or their hard drive crashed, or somebody stole their car, or they lost their job, or they don't have any more money. When they tell me that they have lost people or things in their lives, you know what I always say to them? Great! Look how much available energy you have now to design a new destiny. By the way, if you do this work well and manage to call your energy back to you, it will most likely be uncomfortable at first, even a little chaotic. Get ready, because certain areas of your life may fall apart. But don't worry, that's supposed to happen because you're breaking the energetic bonds between yourself and your same reality. Anything that is no longer a vibrational match between you and your future is going to fall away. Let it. Don't try to put your old life back together, because you're going to be way too busy with the new destiny you're calling to yourself." Here's a great example. A friend of mine who was vice president of a university showed up for a board meeting about 3 weeks after he started doing his meditation work. He was the backbone of that university. Students and faculty loved him. He walked into the board meeting and sat down, and they fired him. So he called me and said, "Hey, I don't know if this meditation process is working. The board just fired me. Aren't great things supposed to happen to me when I'm doing the work?" "Listen," I told him, "don't you hold on to those emotions of survival because you'll be in your past. Instead, keep finding the present moment and creating from that place." Within 2 weeks, he fell in love with the woman he later married. He also soon received an offer for an even better job as vice president of a much larger and better university, which he gratefully accepted. A year later, he called me again to tell me that the college that fired him was now asking him to return as president. So you never know what the universe has in store for you as your old reality falls away and your new one begins to unfold. The only thing I can assure you is this: the unknown has never let me down.